What's karmic debt? How does that work, Wes? Because you're the first guy that's ever really articulated it to me, and it's a powerful concept.
Karmic debt is attachment to a past event. So in the now, we're meant to live in the now. We're so constructive in now. When we're in flow state, we're operating past our personal capacity. We're operating from our higher selves, just optimal level. We're tapped in, flow state enhanced. And the point is when we've acted in a manner, negative acts, then we're punished with that time and we're attached to a past event. So through our negative acts, we're punished with time. There's still 24 hours in the day, but that time is taken from us. So the past event, which is attached to karmic debt, we're still thinking about. We're still attached to it. Like I've said many times, explained it like this, just go be rude to someone. And depending on how rude you are, you'll be attached to that conversation. And if you're an asshole, you'll still be saying it's them. But guess what? You're still attached to that conversation 3 hours ago. And why are you still attached to that? And why are you not now and productive now in this moment using 100% of your capacity? You have 40% left over here because you yelled at that guy. And most assholes are still saying, but he was so stupid. And the point is no, you came out of character. Now you've been punished by the universe with time. That time was taken from you. Karmic debt is being pushed upon you. So with our positive acts, by just being complete positive individuals, walking in alignment with what we know is right, with what our conscience tells us, we are just given our 24 hours a day of productive time. Now that I stay in a positive state 24/7, live in a manner congruent with my conscience, I'm moving up the hill so fucking fast. I'm excelling so quick because I'm not in my way. I'm no longer operating at 30%. If I get in a fight with my wife and I'm wrong, I'm not making any videos. I can't do anything. I call her 100 times back to back and try to make it right because I fucked up, because I'm attached to what I did. Life was just taken from me. Those 4 hours until we become right were removed from my life. I was expelled from enjoying those 4 hours because how I conducted myself. Now the universe punishes you within. And that's the way karmic debt works. And people who can become accountable to karmic debt can see that it's a win-win for both people if we operate that it is a universal truth.
And when you were in the pen, you said those first few years you were paying off karmic debt from the pain that you had caused on people before you went in. Am I right in saying that?
Oh yeah, I mean, I really feel like I didn't feel it lift till about almost 7 years in, that I was still in a state of just massive pain, always choking back tears. And that was what I caused the man that I hurt and went to prison for this time for. So I robbed somebody, and there was a robbery that took place. Someone got massively assaulted, and I went to prison for it for 10 years. And the point was I caused that person, so that person got caused so much pain that it was still being inflicted upon me 7 years into my sentence. Now, about 7 years into my sentence, when I stopped putting small amounts of karmic debt my way from drug use, from the drug use stopped before that, but from small shit, just being an asshole, not living in congruence with my conscience, I felt it lift. And at that moment, my vision became massively clear. I started to see all this take place. This was in about 2015. And I quit everything. I didn't use any drugs. I still had to do certain things that were in line with my gang in prison. But at that moment, my vision became really clear because I wasn't getting in my own way no more, getting punished with karmic debt. This is when I got on Instagram for the first time. I saw how social media could work, how it could be influential, because I read posts on there where people were influential. So then just believing in myself and what has brought me to where I am, I knew I must share what's working for me, whether it works or not. So that's the man who's going to win. The man who conducts himself in line with what he knows right, whether it's going to pay off or not. Like, who gives a fuck if it's going to pay off financially or externally? It was paying off in my heart. I was going to live this way regardless, and had been living this way for a very long time. So the whole thing is so many people, they're like, okay, well, once I have the money, then I'll go be better, or then I'll go do better for people, and then I'll be happy. It's like, no. You got that all backwards. You got to choose to be that individual first, and then go do the stuff, and then you'll have what comes from planting those seeds of abundance. They just got it backwards. They're waiting to move until something comes their way, or there's some sort of reimbursement for their acts, and that's not how we operate.
But yeah, that's the way I was taught as a kid growing up in Dago, where you are. I just thought, okay, when I make the money, I'll be happy. When I make the money, I'll be happy. And when you watch, turn on any MTV music channel, and that's what the videos kind of say. I used to go to a barber down the street, and he'd have the volume off on music videos. And I'd sit there, watch this way he's cut my hair. I'd be like, you watch this all day long? Like, all I see is subcommunication of when I get a car or a girl or a chain, then I'm happy. And yet, you're telling me it's the opposite. I got to have gratitude today in order to be happy tomorrow.
You got to gain the maturity through actually becoming it. I mean, life is about being and becoming, not acquiring and possessing. If I were just gifted the place I'm at right now, the financial status I have now, without the maturity I gained through the process of being this individual, it would have killed me. If I came out of prison and was just gifted this and wasn't the individual I speak about, I would have already been in the club. I would have already been doing coke and drinking and doing drugs again, and it would have already been my massive disaster. That's that lottery mentality where people win the lottery and it fucking kills them. It does away with them because the maturity wasn't gained through the process. There's no wisdom attached to the whole process they went through to attain the result. So I mean, the person who literally cares more about the steps to attain the result than the result itself is the one who will win, because I care about my morning process than I do about any type of pleasure. It brings me my pleasure. So therefore, even though I'm massively successful and can do a lot of shit, I still go to bed between 8 and 11 to get up at 2:45. A lot of people would have broke that when they no longer had to do it. Now, that's what makes something so important. When you no longer have to do it, will you still do it? And never turning your back on what got you where you are.